And on the 29th day, Eve took Adam's hand as they stood blinking in the sun. They looked at the land spread out before them as the wind chased those clouds across the plains. Eve turned to Adam, looked him deep in the eyes and said, "Fuck, that garden was small. Fancy a margarita?" This is the 29th day. The age of gods, gurus, priests and bad mothers is coming to an end. And as we stand on the brink, adult orphans, we could be looking for someone to take their place. Anyone to take away this massive sense of space. But maybe, just maybe, you can notice that little voice saying, "What if I can actually be me now? I wonder who I am. Is there actually anything there at all?" We've killed the gods. We're the gods now. So how do you step into being a god? This podcast exists to explore this. I don't have the answers. You have the answers. So let's go play. Hi, my name is Jessica Summers. In March I had like this bolt from the blue, which was to create a public challenge called True Grit, where I had this massive awareness that it didn't matter what I committed to, as long as it had my heart beating and my hands shaking, I knew it was something I'd been avoiding. It was a really key area of my life that if I focused on it, my whole life would change. I didn't know what would happen when I committed to this thing for 28 days. For me, it was an intense exercise program, but none of it was about coming from a place of, oh, my body must get better, my body must get better. It came from a place of, wow, if I really commit to this intense exercise program, my body will change and my life will change. So I decided the morning before I began to share this challenge, to open it to anybody. I had no time really to promote it. I talked about it on my personal page. I invited friends I knew would probably be interested. And the challenge began the next day. And really from that, my whole business has changed. It ceased to be a business, it's become a service, and I have committed really to doing these True Grit challenges at least 3 times a year. Now, today I want to talk about a certain element of True Grit, which is actually commitment. One of the things that I noticed was that I would say the people who I think really should be taking up more of a leading role on the planet are still hiding themselves. They are still kind of waiting for something before they go, okay, I'm just going to be me now. And you know that it's what we need, you just to be you now. But here's the thing, if it's that simple, like all we have to do to have everything that actually we desire, overtly or secretly, desires we've given up on maybe because we thought, I'm not that type of person, I can't do this. If all we have to do to actually step into that is commit to ourselves? Well, actually, that's too simple. Why aren't we doing it? Well, I have a really personal anecdote that illustrates this perfectly about why we're not committing to these areas, and also why nothing we do will truly work, and we kind of know it until we commit to ourselves, until we have this staying power to just keep going and not stop, no matter what shows up. So I said, from True Grit, I've been so inspired. I find I want to share this with the world. It has, I suppose it's my stepping into me that I never thought was possible. And so I decided, right, this is what I want to do in the world. This is what I'm here for. This is what brings me the most joy. This is what puts me in a space of vulnerability, a vulnerability I'm actually really thrilled by. So I'm going to do it. So since March, I've spent all this time building my website, getting systems in place, ready for all the people who are going to commit to True Grit and whose lives are going to change. And everything's ready. But the past week, I found myself creating more and more detailed plans, like a spider web spreading out more and more and more. Oh, I've got to finish this. Oh no, look, there's that bit now. Oh look, there's this bit over there. Oh, I can't show up until I've done this bit. Right, okay. So that should have been the first sign for me. Are you overcomplicating things when you try to start doing something you want to do? You think you want to do it. And then phase 2 kicks in. Actually, do you know what? I think it's all shit. I mean, that doesn't work. This bit doesn't work. And I don't even think I want this anymore. I think I want something else now. And there were 2 things really that changed it for me. And those 2 things are available for you too. One was, I have allowed somebody to actually help me and hold me accountable. I think this is key. One of the things that perfectionists, control freaks, empaths, it's all the same thing, okay? Yeah, even empaths and imposter syndrome, it's all the same thing, okay? But one of the things that we have in common is we believe we should know it. So we don't invite anyone to help us because we think we're wrong and we're ashamed that we don't know what to do or that we don't know how to get out of this. And partly we don't want to. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So I had somebody to say to me, okay, you need to go, leave it, have fun. And there was a gentle presence that said, it's okay, this will pass. And it wasn't just in my head, because this stuff is so compelling when you get lost in it. So whatever I'm talking about, this is how I work, okay? My whole life is a process. I gain so much awareness, so much experience, and I share it with you for you to use. So whatever it is for you that you keep doing, trying, nearly getting there, and then you don't, okay? Just put your situation into this scenario. Now, the second thing, which really is, it's 2 things and 1 thing. Can I have 2 things and 1 thing? Okay. It's really key. And this is what True Grit is all about. The second thing is my willingness to be present with what is coming up. What does being present look like? Now, I said it's 2 things because it takes commitment to be present. Do you think I will be willing to be present with these shameful, embarrassing, uncomfortable feelings of failure, feelings of pain? I just wouldn't go there. I'd find some technique to distract me if I didn't have true grit and commitment. My commitment is to being all I can be so that you can be all you can be. Without that, I would have given up. So what did I do? I experienced these feelings of I can't do it, it's shit, and actually this bit doesn't work and this bit doesn't work. And yeah, I could have talked to myself about, yeah, well, I'm obviously being a perfectionist here. If I come back to it tomorrow or I distract myself, perhaps I'll feel differently about it. Okay. And I did go through that, but that wasn't what changed things for me. Because really, when something comes up like that, I want to change it for good. I don't want another layer of the same old crap next time. So what I actually did was I got really present with that feeling. And I admitted to myself that this was exactly the way I liked it. Yeah, I like never quite succeeding, and it's not really my fault because I've tried my best. And really, I was fucking terrified. Like, oh wow, so here we are, we're on the brink of actually doing what is so important to me, what has the opportunity, the possibility to bring other people that same experience. Here I am, and am I running to it with open arms? I'm crossing more T's, dotting more I's, trying to have even more stuff perfect in the future as a guarantee that I won't fail. I paused the video because there's a neighbour drilling over here, but I'm just going to keep going. So what I was actually doing was like just trying to create more stuff for me to do so I would never have to face that experience of not failing. And the minute I realised, oh my God, I am actually choosing this dynamically with most of my being. And I didn't judge myself for it. I allowed that to just be. Okay, that's me, the person who doesn't want to step up in case she fails. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, that's what I am being 100% right now. Okay, and I let it be there without judging it. And what happened next? What happened next was a huge relaxation of the body, a sense of euphoria, really an ease in my body that I very rarely experience. Like you probably, I'm incredibly aware, which means I'm aware of everything going on around me. Like, I could probably tell you what somebody 3 tables away was thinking about. It can be that intense. I could tell you what my sister is experiencing right now or whatever, okay? And so for me to have this peace and calm was like, wow. And then, do you know what happened? Nothing. The problem didn't need solving anymore. It had gone. Because all of our problems are actually energetically held in our body. And it doesn't really matter how we approach them. I think you will find your own way when you have these key ingredients, when you are present, and when you have the support and accountability to be present. This is the thing that I see around me, is that it's not wrong, it's that people haven't realised it yet. There's a fly around here. People haven't realised it yet, that we don't need to tell people how to solve their problems. We need to tell people, number one, they can get around their problems just by being willing to be present with what comes up. I'm not talking about feelings here. There were a lot of feelings going on. And if I'd have gone into those feelings, one, they might not have been mine that I was aware of. Secondly, they were just showing up as an energy in my body. My awareness tells me that feelings are the thing that comes when we fight the energy that comes up. Feelings are secondary to the energy. And when we're willing to get present with the energy of whatever it is that we believe is stopping us, that we've actually chosen to stop us, and when we admit, okay, I am the sole author of my reality, I get to choose what shows up, and okay, I'm bricking it right now. I'm just going to be that and let myself be that and not judge myself for that and not try and fix it. So I really hope this has helped you with any aspect of your life that you say you would like to change. Like straight away I'm picking up this energy. It's where your heart starts to beat and your hands shake. I'm going to be found out type of feeling. Even if that makes no sense, I'm going to be found out. Somebody will find this out about me, that really I'm a piece of crap. If I go for this, I can't possibly succeed, and then they'll all know. So I'm just saying the words that are coming to me with this energy. So whatever that is for you, I want you to know that with, let's just say 3 things. I like 3 things. That with presence, with commitment, and with accountability, you can change anything. Like anything. For me, you can't have one without the other, but my newest discovery is accountability and a space where people will acknowledge you for actually being able to have the power to deal with your own crap, but will be supportive. So if you would like all of those 3 things, True Grit is happening in September. I don't have the date. I don't know what I'm going to commit to for 28 days. This for me is leadership. I'm as vulnerable with this as you are. Do I get scared about it? Yes, I fucking do. I get really scared. And at the same time, that is such an opportunity to go through this process and be present. So if you'd like to join me and a bunch of other amazing people who have had enough of the story that they're not actually the owner of their lives. I like to say, I saw a sign on the way to pick my daughter up. It says, "Are you renting or leasing? ? Want to own?" And I thought, yeah, I felt like I'm renting or leasing my life. I'm actually the owner and author of my life. Would you like to be that too? Because I'm telling you, your whole world changes. I'm going to do more videos about what you can choose for True Grit, about what might happen, what might stop you, everything about you. But if you want to sign up and be notified when it's happening, again, sometime in September, then you can go to jessicasummershypnogenics.com and sign up to the landing page. And also, I have a quiz, which is called, "Are you an empathic leader already?" Because we have this idea of a leader, but it's not an aware person, it's not an empathic person, it's somebody who is like basically another species from us. So please take the quiz, find out exactly what kind of leader you could be, what's stopping you, and how to support you to be more. Again, that's at jessicasummershypnogenics.com. And I hope to see you in the True Grit space or in another space sometime soon.
You've been listening to the 29th Day podcast with Jessica Summers. Everything I do is designed to create more freedom. Freedom from programming, freedom from attachments, and freedom to be you, the magnificent you. There's so much to support you on my website at www.jessicasummershypnogenics.com. Please explore and use the phenomenal free tool I created just for you called "Are You Actually Ready to Be an Empathic Leader Now?" There's a bunch of questions to answer, and I'll create your personalised guidance for doing just that, quickly and simply. We need you now. Is it time to step up? And if you've enjoyed the 29th Day podcast, please review and share. Do your bit to spread the word that we have everything we can possibly need to change the planet and step into all of us right here within us. Be brave, be vulnerable, be as great as you are.